16,000 square. 8 million up there, 2 million down here.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Bare truth.
When I was born, grandmama could see it. I be Bentley driven and very strategic.
Okay. If you ain't hip to that new Clips, it's going down.
So be it. Fucking with P, get something to meet you. Your soul don't like your body, we help you free it. Then we wait for TMZ to leak it. It ain't no secret,
So be it, so be it. Smoke.
So be it, so be it.
That's that new clip. They going crazy with Pharrell.
So be it. CLIP, SCFB, A.B.A.R.E. I can show you how to bust a brick if you let me.
You know what it is.
Like confetti.
Turn up for Christ and burn up for life.
She ain't stepping into Giuseppe. Catch up, $150 like each Pirelli. I got 8 of them, call me Andretti. If I'm not in the telly, selling the Yeti, then I'm pulling your bitch like she in spaghetti. Heavy, circle back and come and get this Kelly. In your ears too, if you wanna blow like belly. Lot of jetting, Prada betting, 911s. I'm the who's who with what's what. Papa heaven, fuck around and get your body traced trying to test me. Cause niggas that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. If they catch me,
how y'all feeling?
Forget me.
That truth is in the building. It's going down. You know what it is. Thursday, love versus hate. So be it, so be it. Smoke. Hey, that shit right there knocks so hard.
Ain't valid, you ain't malice. Been quiet, ain't right.
Listen.
Paris, blow money, you owe money. We ain't balance, you ain't believe. God did,
you ain't Khaled.
All black, back to back.
I love that shit. Real hip hop though. You know, that's what it is, man. I don't know. I just been jamming out to that. I've been zoning to that Clips. My man came over to the barbershop. He got a cut. We was talking about it, and it's just like I turned it back on. I just got the vibe. And my fault. I vibed out on y'all for a minute. Bare Truth, Love versus Hate Thursday was going down. Yeah, I'm in the building. Turn up for Christ and burn up for life. I'm gonna turn y'all to this dude, man. I want to say his name is Pastor Anthony Phillips. From 2815 in Atlanta. 2918 or 2819 in Atlanta. Pastor Anthony Phillips, brother down there, man. I'm talking about he really speaking that gospel and he got them people on fire for the Lord. You know what I mean? So I'm saying if you into the word, check him out sometimes on YouTube. 2819, Pastor Anthony Phillips. Check him out. I told you about it. Let me see if I got some birthdays real quick because I know it's one person I wanted to shout birthday to. Gail, right there on my page. Gail, what's going down? She just posted back. Thank you for me telling her happy birthday. But let me just comb the list real quick. Micah Holiday, what's up to the Holiday family? You know them is my people, man. Mike Holiday, Jarvis, you know what I mean? All of them, man. Shout out to the X-Man, rest in peace. Nicole McCormick, Patricia Hale, Paige Riley, Evelyn Rivera, Nikki Williams, Sherelle, what's up, man? What's the word, big dog? Mary Aguirre. And that's pretty much all of them. I don't know everybody, but I be trying to shout out happy birthdays, man, because it's cool. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get some people and you just want to say, man, God bless you. You made it another year around the sun. You know what I mean? You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to talk about Diddy with my sister. So I think I got another podcast in mind. I think I'm gonna bring it to your attention and stuff like that. But I was doing a lot of running today, and so I got something for you. Um, Double back or burn rubber on me. You know, and I got this one right here from because a lot of ladies, you will hear a lot of ladies say this all the time. They'll say, I don't double back on nobody. You know, like once I'm done, I'm done. Once it's over, once it's a wrap, it's a wrap. You dig what I'm saying? And so um it can make sense, you know. And but what we're gonna do, we're gonna break it down. So what I'm basically trying to ask y'all and tap in, if you feel, let me check out my chats. I got some chats real quick. Let me see people tapping in. Okay, everybody. Ebony, what's up, little bitty cousin? Auntie Diane, what's going down? Angela, what's going down? Who you say he's sexy? Are you talking about me, Angela? You sexy too, little mama. So don't start with me. You know, I go there with you. So don't play with me. But yeah. But listen. Meanwhile, a lot of ladies say that. They say like once we done, we done. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I kind of got mixed emotions about it. You know what I mean? I think it could be weighed out on a scale. I think it determines on how you fell out and what you fell out about. You know, sometimes ladies just be having attitudes and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you something, ladies, real quick before we even get this one started. You like to talk that shit. I don't double back as long as it ain't you who started the shit. Now, when it's you who started the shit and you on the low end and a motherfucker like, man, listen, I'm done. I'm finna move around. Go ahead and do you. Then it's all type of crying and boo-hooing and shit like that. And don't get it twisted. Niggas cry too. Niggas boo-hoo. Everybody can get in their feelings and miss somebody and don't want to leave that person because they mean something to them. So I'm not taking shots at you about that. But don't be trying to make it seem like, okay, when you done with a nigga, you fed up with him. Oh, to the left, to the left. Don't do that. Don't be trying to do that because when you mess up, you be needing grace too. You dig what I'm saying? And I think that's the point that I'm finna try to get to. Angela, what's going down? Lisa Love, what's happening? I'm just chilling, man. That's it. That's it. That's all. You said you missed my daughter Flex birthday was yesterday. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so listen to this. Shout out to Flex. Her birthday was yesterday. Um, is she on my Facebook? It's like if she ain't my Facebook friend, I wouldn't have known. But you know what I mean? I'm gonna look for your post and I'm gonna say happy birthday because you always say happy birthday to me though. For real, for real, for real. Straight love. I gotta reciprocate that love though, for real. I be appreciating you though too. I don't even be checking Instagram and sometimes you be leaving me messages over there. You know what? And that's the cool thing about having a podcast and meeting people through Facebook because me and Sweetheart has never met face to face, but we always just say inspiring stuff to each other and encourage each other for probably like about 2 years now. Real talk. Never seen her face to face in my life, but we always shout out each other or say something cool. And sometimes you got to do that in life, man. It ain't about manage shit all the time. Sometimes you can be cool with people and just say, "Hey, what's up?" You dig what I'm saying? Real talk. What you say? Flex Lex. So what's her real name? Is it Lexia, Lexus, or something like that? Flex Lex. Happy birthday to Flex Lex. She is in the building. Well, at least your mom is in the building. She gonna say happy birthday to you. And you know how mamas feel about their kids. That's that mama bear. And shit, they'll protect their cubs with everything that they got. So listen, I'm finna show you this video. It's finna be deep, and I need y'all to tap in. But ladies, um, be considerate and be and I'm saying, have some consideration for like the situations and stuff like that because at the end I feel like it's some situations that you should walk away from. I don't care what's going on and it should be a no-go. So let me show you this video and then we're going to talk about it. And it don't really matter which one I show except for 34. But I did 32 first. So do you know my mouse is not working? Okay. Here it is. Come on, mouse. This is crazy. Give me a minute. That's crazy. I can't even get my mouse to work. There we go. We on.
Don't double back on her ass. Hell no. She don't deserve you. She keep playing. That's all she do is play games, play mind games. Wanna do tit for tat. Hell no. You better than that, baby. You better than that. Leave that toxic stuff alone. Toxic is not where it's at. You need somebody real solid on your team. Somebody that don't play mind games. Have you guessing, have you wondering. Acting like they want to be there one time and then acting like they don't want to be there another time. Hell no. You need somebody that's willing to stay in the game with you, baby. Rocking till the wheels fall off.
I am not a double backer, a spinner blocker, make it work one more time type of person. Like, I'm not the ex that is the person that you can, realize is you. I don't double back.
So I've never liked the same person twice. Once I'm done for good. No doubling back. Never.
Bare truth. Bare truth. All right. So they said never ever double back. And tap in if you believe that. If you honestly believe that, there is no situation. Come on, man, don't do this. If there is no situation, I'm trying to get my post back up. If you feel like there is a situation where you absolutely, well, if you just feel like you ain't the double back type of person, then just say it. Let me get back on my chats. Okay, Lexus Hicks. Okay, I got her. Lexus Hicks. Siobhan Rogers. What's up, Siobhan? What's going down? I ain't seen you in a minute. I seen your little post of you in the shop. Did y'all save me a chair? Did y'all want me to come in there and do hair? Let me know, cause I'll pack my clippers up and come in there and just start cutting people hair. For real, for real. Nah, I'm just bullshitting. But Shorty upstairs with her little office building was offering me like one of her rooms. I think it might be that time for me to jump into a building. I don't know. Let me know for real, if you think that might be like a little cool spot. You know what I mean? To be upstairs with y'all in that same building. You know what I mean? Positive energy all over the place. Shout out to Siobhan. That's my peoples right there. She's good peoples. So, ladies, the question is, double back or burn rubber on me. And so you hear what they said. You got a lot of people that feel like this right here. Like, once the situation is done, I'm not doubling back. It's like it is what it is. You had your chance. And so it's like different things. So number one, do you spin the block or you just spin it? You dig what I'm saying? So, and this is what I'm trying to say right here. Sometimes doubling back, it ain't love, it's lust. Or sometimes it just be boredom. And then sometimes with men, it just be an ego trip. Sometimes you be doubling back on chicks, you know what I mean? Because you just want to be able to say you can always get her or you always got her. Then I've talked to some chicks, you know what I mean, and they'll be like, yeah, I fuck with this dude, but I've been messing with him for a while, you know what I mean? And so I holler at him like, you know what I mean, when I just want something. So if I want to talk to somebody and I just want to call somebody just to come through, you know what I mean, for some of that, then I'll just hit him because we just got history. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's still a double back, you know? And to tell you the truth, sometimes emotions is gonna fly. Cause I always ask this question right here, sweetheart, and this is the truth. So say you meet a new dude, you hollering at this dude, but then like it get into a question, be like, okay, so how long you been single? You who you been messing with, or like how long you been inactive, or are you active? Because this is some real shit that I need to know. You dig what I'm saying? Before we go further, you dig what I'm saying? Because if you active with other people, I'm to the beat. I'm good. I'm out. You know what I mean? No hard feelings. I don't want that. But meanwhile, so this is what it is. So if you say, all right, I just got like a little friend that I mess with, and you know what I mean, he ain't really serious. He don't want nothing, but you dig what I'm saying? It's cool just to get down with him like that. This is my question. So, if you get into a relationship, you find somebody that you like, how is it that it's going to be possible that you're just going to be able to cut him off and that he don't get a chance to double back on you? You know what I mean? Do he get a chance to double back on you? Because maybe he ain't in a relationship, so maybe he ain't got nobody. So he hit you up. Because I'm telling you, that's in a dude's mind, whether you think so or not. So while we chopping it up and we talking and we keeping it 100, I'm telling you how we feel, and this is really real. It's like when this happened, a real nigga is looking like, all right. So that's what y'all doing right there. So what's gonna happen if we have like a little argument? You dig what I'm saying? You're gonna double back. You're gonna do that or whatever. Um, don't miss um the way that they made you feel. You know what I mean? Don't misconstrue that with, you know what I mean, the way that they made you feel. Taking like, okay, temporary satisfaction for what the relationship was really about. Like if this you was in a relationship with this person and they wasn't communicating or they didn't make you feel special. You know what I mean? They always had like other people that they was sleeping with or sleeping around on you on, and now that y'all broke up, you feel like okay, you want to double back on that just because every now and then y'all can Netflix and chill. That ain't gonna be what's happening. What you say, Wayne? I spin the block until I get dizzy. Listen, I ain't gonna even front. Like, you know what I mean? I have doubled back. You dig what I'm saying? I will spin the block like you. I'm telling you, man. I spin the block. I ain't gonna lie. But don't confuse comfort with connection. You dig what I'm saying? Um, Missing you after they lose you is a big one right there. You dig what I'm saying? Once a motherfucker lose you, you notice how they always miss you. It's like, nah, that's what we not gonna do. You ain't, and I'm telling you, it can be like that. You know, let me see. Let me take the glasses off so I can read my notes. Um, Missing me after losing me don't mean that you deserve me. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense, ladies? Or does that make sense, my dude? Okay, we done fell out, and then now all of a sudden you get the text like, okay, I miss you. I'm guilty. I'll send you one. Like, man, I ain't heard from you in a while. I miss you. You know what I mean? I miss texting you. Because, I mean, I really do got good communication with people. And, like, if we kind of like separate, my separations with anybody that I'm, cool with, it ain't never been a rift where it's just like, oh, I hate you so much right now. Like, nah, we don't do that. You dig what I'm saying? But missing me after losing me doesn't mean that you deserve me. So you got to remember that though, ladies. Um, you didn't grow. You just realized how dope I was. Damn. That's crazy. Sheba, what you say? It's too damn exhausting at the end of the day. I'm not wasting more time. Okay, now I'm finna post that, Sheba, because I got something. Come on and work, right? I gotta get me a new mouse, or I gotta get one of them pads. I don't got a pad to put the mouse on, and I've been scraping it up against wood, and I think it's messed up. I got another mouse. I just gotta find it. It might be inside of my bag. Okay, I ain't finna fuck with it right now. But listen, Sheba, I want you to hold on to that. And the reason why is because I know that you are a God fearing woman. So let me ask you this. Let's go deep. Cause I gotta save it for the end. So I don't know if you're gonna stick around, but you'll double back and you'll watch the rest of it. But I'm posting that, and remember, I got a question for you since you said that. It's too damn exhausting at the end of the day. I'm not wasting time. Okay. Now, do y'all understand that one though? You didn't grow up, or you didn't grow. You just realized how dope I was. That's when a person, you dig what I'm saying? They ain't trying to come back with you because they got theyself together. And it's like, all right, sometimes, like Wayniak said, I'll spin the block until I get dizzy. Listen, man, I really don't want to go back in the past, bro. But you know what I mean. You be you done said that, and I know, man. I done seen plenty of times. I got so many guys that then got kicked out of houses. I done got kicked out of houses and then got let back in. You dig what I'm saying? And be like, man, you got to get up out of here, and then they let you come back. So I'm saying, ladies, don't try to act like you don't spin the block because you do. You dig what I'm saying? But back to the point. The point was this: you didn't grow up. You just realized how dope I was. Um, that can happen. I done been in a situation where I didn't necessarily take the person for granted, or I was sleeping on them. It was just that, you dig what I'm saying. Maybe I had some shit that was going on that was a distraction, and then when it was time to really like look out and be like, okay, I done looked at some people and be like, damn, Shorty was really in my corner. Like she really, really like cared about me. Like I dropped the ball on that one. I ain't scared to admit it because I'm weird. You know what I'm saying? When I came home from the joint, I was messed up, mentally, So um I wasn't really ready. I did the time by myself. I told y'all that I ain't gonna go back into that story again. But it's like, I don't know. I love being to myself. And then sometimes you get so tired of being by yourself, then all of a sudden you really want somebody to hang out with. And everybody ain't finna wait on your ass. They is not finna wait on you. People is trying to find them love, or trying to find them somebody to be cool with, especially wintertime. Ain't nobody, so you better stop playing. You know what I mean? You will be doubling back and be like, damn, Shorty was dope. At the end of the day, Shorty got somebody, because you ain't the only one that think that they dope. So you better stop sleeping on people and stop acting like they are. And ladies, stop doing niggas like that, because remember we talked about that in a few podcasts. Um, where with the social media thing, you entertaining multiple people. So you got a cool dude that's giving you good conversation, willing to take you out, charming, compliment you, love to go on dates with you, want to spend time with you, but you steadily trying to open up the field, trying to see if you can find something better. Cut it out. Because, you know what I mean? Well, if you burn rubber on your ass, you dig what I'm saying? Okay. Memory sex be lying. Okay. Memory sex be lying. Make up your mind. Either I'm what you want or not. That ain't what I'm saying, though. Hold on, Sheba. I understand that point. So if he's playing with your emotions, I get that. But sometimes I was coming from the point of view of saying if you was in a relationship with a person and then it didn't work out, is there a second chance for that person? You dig what I'm saying? But I understand what you're saying. So because really double back, they would had to have had you. They would had to, you know, been in the door. They would have had to been a part of your life. Like y'all had to be kind of like a team or somewhat rocking with each other. You dig what I'm saying? Because you can't double back on something that you didn't really have. Now it's a lot of people that play mind games. You dig what I'm saying? And you confused and you just ain't got it together. So that's what it is. You like Waniac said, for real. At the end of the day, she lost me and I lost her. So for real, spinning a block on her or him is now wasting time. And now we both have trust issues between us. And I think that's one of the biggest issues because that was one of mine. You know what I mean? On somebody that I was spinning or trying to spin the block back on me, and I know I didn't want to. I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to double back and put that together, but I still thought about it because I was just like, you know what I mean? You don't real reason. You're the reason why I got trust issues now. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of it, I'll tell you what I'm saying because you still got to weigh it out on a scale. Now, part two, memory sex be lying. Don't let your body deny what your heart had to heal from. Don't let your body deny what your heart had to heal from. So you horny, you got somebody that's cool, ladies. Remember, I got a little dude. He ain't really ready for no relationship and this and that. You know what I mean? Or he dealing with somebody else, but I just call him whenever I want him to come through and do something. So no matter how slick or no matter how cool you think it is, okay. So you want your body to keep tampering around or keep mingling with this that was over here. But remember, you had to heal from Buddy, or you had to heal from Shorty. Shorty was toxic. You dig what I'm saying? So it ain't always just the man is toxic. Women, y'all toxic. You know what I mean? I got a one in here that I'm gonna talk about pretty soon. I'll get to it and talk about that slick mouth y'all got. But I'm saying if you had to heal from that, don't let the sex bring you back to that. You know what I'm saying? Don't. It's like this right here. Sex was lit, but your soul was dim. Does that make sense? The sex was lit, but your soul was dim. And then the other one it says, stop letting good sex justify bad behavior. Stop letting good sex justify bad behavior. Somebody need to hear that one. Hold on, Angela. What did you say? Angela said, what about when women put a man in house? Put a man in house was supposed to be for our kids and him because his woman keep putting him. I helped him. Then he turned and fucked my cousin and wouldn't let our daughter or my grandkids move in, but turned around and moved his niece and her woman in, moved in after I paid 2,500 from New York and for them, and then called the cops on me. Only person that helped me. I would never go back to him. Hold on. Okay, because you see what I'm saying now, Angela. At the end of the podcast, I got something, I got a conclusion note that I'm gonna hit you with. And so if you stick around to the whole thing, or if you double back like later on, because I know you be working, make sure you hold that thought because regardless if you kind of misspell something in the paragraph, I know what you were saying. You know what I mean? That shit right there was toxic. You helped him out and you did this and that for y'all kids, and then he turned around and sleep with your cousin and then move somebody else in after you paid 2,500. You know, and I know you work hard. I know you get to the bag. And so you did. If you didn't do it, whoever did it, that's deep. I would never go back to him. And that's a situation that I think is I'm gonna tell you. And when I get to it, you kind of making me tell the whole podcast up front. Ain't no refunds on that type of behavior. You don't get no refunds on that type of behavior. We not coming back to that one right there. You dig what I'm saying? When you start, okay, you done diss me and go sleep with my family. I ain't fucking with you, dog. Cause right there, he don't have no respect for you. He don't have no respect for the kids. He don't have no consideration for you helping him out. I will tell you this though. Okay, so we was doing like the homeless vets group, and one of my guys was talking about a good heart, and I was trying to tell him, don't stop having a good heart though. Don't let him stop you from having a good heart, because when you got a good heart, God will always bless you. Your blessing is coming from somewhere else. So what homie just did, homie didn't just fuck you. He just burnt the bridge. You was showing him love. He ain't do nothing but just burn a bridge. So he's stupid. He dumb. You dig what I'm saying? Stupefied. So he didn't really do nothing. I'm talking about on this particular point right here, ladies or guys. You know what I mean? That's my mom. Hold on. What's up, Bernice? You said text your Turnip number? Okay. Yeah. She just had I just had to go get her another phone. But saying stop letting the good sex justify bad behavior. Um don't miss that the stroke. Okay, don't let the stroke mistake you for the struggle. Let me read that again because some of my notes is off again. And when we're talking about sex, remember, memory sex be lying. So sometimes you will be trying to have sex with a person, trying to keep that memory alive because you know the sex was good. You had good times. Maybe it was spontaneous. Maybe you did it in the alley, in the backseat of a hoopty. You dig what I'm saying? In the trunk, and you thought it was dope. So you go back, but don't let that sex mistake the trouble or the struggle that he took you through. Like, okay, somewhat like she's saying, like sometimes you can get with somebody and they'll take you through a struggle. They'll take you through hard times. It's just like, have you ever been with somebody that's been like a drag? It's like you ain't getting no money, you ain't having no bread, you ain't waking up with no ambition to go get a job. It's like, man, sometimes, man, it's like you gotta be crazy in your mind if you ain't getting no money, all this money out here in the world. What you say? Um, Hold on, let me read what she said. Angela said to help him out. But what was crazy, I wasn't with him. He's dating other women. I was just being a friend. Oh my God. Yeah, he's a sucker. But you know what, Angela? Some people think they slick like that. They really do. They really think they slick. But like I said, sweetheart, he ain't fuck you. He just burnt the bridge. So remember that. Let me push this up here, Heidi. Heidi said, "Memory sex is such a lie. Love that." Yeah, memory sex be lying. Your body remembers the pleasure, but your heart remembered the price. Your body remembers the pleasure, but your heart has to remember the price. You paid a pretty price to get over that. You dig what I'm saying? And you be in a relationship with somebody, and maybe it's a kid involved, and you got years in there and shit like that, and um, whether she got some good, I ain't trying to get too graphic, but we grown. Whether she blowing your brains out, you dig what I'm saying, or he piping you down, or whatever it was about the sex that drove you crazy, made you, because you know how you could be with somebody, and if y'all click on the sex level and y'all in a relationship, it's a beautiful thing. Real quick, I'm not going to talk too much on it, but I love Jesus Christ. I love the Lord. That's the reason why God honors marriage, because sex is supposed to be intimacy. And guess what, ladies? If you would have had sex on your honeymoon and you would have stayed a virgin until you got married, you wouldn't even have to worry about size. You wouldn't even have to worry about this and that, because he would have been the pleasure and he would have been your only and forever. You dig what I'm saying? And did you know that I just found this out? Well, I didn't just find it out today, but I was knowing this for a long time ago, but it shocked me that God does everything with a covenant, right? So it was always about the blood. Remember Adam and Eve, he covered them in animal skin, blood. The blood of the lamb and the goats had to cover the sins. When Jesus Christ got up on the cross, it was his blood. Do you know that if you would have stayed a virgin until you got married and had sex on your honeymoon, and he would have broke your virginity by him breaking that thing, and you bleeding? They used to have sex on a lambskin rug, right? When he goes to a man, okay, give me this one for my wife. They don't even know each other. They ain't shoot no shots. They ain't got no game. They ain't got nothing. Give me her. That's my wife. Let's go up to the bricks to the cave and lay a lambskin thing down, the cover down. He have sex with her. How he know that it's his wife and that she ain't been with nobody is because she would bleed on the lambskin rug. But the blood from the sex was the covenant that they was married. It wasn't the courthouse or some preacher preaching over him. She was a virgin and he was her first partner. And so that was the way that they had their covenant. And that's the way that God had meant for it to be. And so that's the reason why he honors marriage instead of boyfriend and girlfriend and relationships. That's why we out here in a big mess that we in. So I just wanted to give y'all that like really cool. I just want to just get off that Christian soapbox, but I just want to let y'all know when we get done talking about all this mess, we created it. We started the mess. And I'm trying to tell people I'm live. Mouse ain't even working. I'm trying to go over here. I can't even go over there. I better stay over here where I could where it makes sense. And it's working and then it's not working. Okay. So memory sex be lying. And then the sex make you feel, oh, this is the one I was talking about, my dudes, with the girl. The sex might make you feel like a king, but her words strip you of your crown. The sex might make you feel like a king, but her words strip you of your crown. So, like, say, if you're in a position and you doubling back, have you ever been with a lady that's got a slick tongue? You know what I mean? Like she's so sharp with the words, like, man, like she's very treacherous with her words, the words that she speak. And it's just like, man, like, she could tear you down with her words. What you say, Anna? Teaching all tonight, cousin. Hey, thank you. But I just wanted to share that real quick while we was talking about this. You said this is why God created Adam and Eve as his helpmate. Adam's job was to cover her. Amen to that. So, okay, part 3. Familiar ain't forever. Okay, familiar ain't forever. So sometimes when you doubling back or you spin the block, um, just be just to be known, like, okay, I know you. Just because it's like we got this history, it doesn't mean that we got chemistry. If that makes sense, we know each other, but we just don't fit together. You dig what I'm saying? It's familiar, but it ain't forever. Like it's like, man, like sometimes people outgrow people. You dig what I'm saying? You can get with somebody, you can be like, you know what? You just ain't on my level. It's like I see things in life that I want, that I'm chasing, that I'm trying to do, and you ain't on that level. And it don't necessarily mean that they out there cheating, that they out there doing anything. It's just like you ain't getting your credit together. You can't keep a job. You know what I mean? You all you do is party and bullshit, smoke and drink. You dig what I'm saying? Don't no lady want no man that's gonna be on that all day. And I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies, when you smoke and you drink and you gotta have it, niggas ain't fucking with you. You know what I mean? Unless that's what they own. But then let me ask you this. If that's what y'all own and that's a priority, I gotta tell you, it ain't gonna end right. They know the old you, but they scared of the new version because it might outgrown who they are. So a lot of times people be trying to double back because they seeing that you done progress, that you done leveled up, and they scared to see that version of you because now they over here. People love to make it seem like they was the one that helped you level up, or when y'all was together, I was at their best. You mess around and get with somebody else, and you start doing good, or you start doing better. Oh man, they don't like that. Let me shoot my mom. What you say? Well, yeah, facts. And they hate that. They don't want to see you doing that. They don't want you. Oh man, they hate when you with somebody else and you and that person shining. Cause they had a chance. They was in the drive. They was in either the driver's seat sometimes, or either they was in the passenger seat. Any which way it go, you was supposed to be my ride or die. Your ass got kicked out the car. You out. You dig what I'm saying? I put somebody else in the car. Now we done went and traded the car in. You dig what I'm saying? Me and you was in a Hyundai. Now we in a lack. Now we done leveled up. Now we in an SUV. You dig what I'm saying? Me and you was in a '05. I'm in a 225 with Shorty. You dig what I'm saying? And it be like that. Some people, man, press you to be better. You know what I mean? I gotta share my niece's number with my mom. My mom just got her phone back. So let me just do this. Terranique. All right. Let me get her information. All right, but yeah, so don't do that. And then Yeah, that's the other one. We got history, but we don't got chemistry. You dig what I'm saying? We got him chemistry. We got history, but we don't got chemistry. So what I was trying to highlight on that is that sometimes you might have grew up with somebody that might have been your high school love, could have been your college love. Y'all could have been together in your 20s. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like y'all know each other, y'all know some of the same people, but it's just like we just don't click. You gotta be on your grown man shit, and you gotta be on your grown woman shit to be like, listen, we ain't finna keep just, disturbing each other peace and tearing up households and setting bad examples in front of people because we been knowing each other forever and we think that we cool like that. We ain't cool like that. You know what I mean? And so you have to um be mindful of that. Let me do that real quick. That's it. And so the last one is um the love is expired. When the love is expired, who drinks spoiled milk? Just ask yourself. You ain't never looked in the refrigerator and seen some spoiled milk, looked at the date on it, knowing it stink, seen the chunks in the milk, and just turned the milk up. Come on. When the love is expired, the love is expired, man. People got to start acting like that, though. Let me see. Are we moving? I cannot get my mouse to work. Okay, there you go. I don't know. All right, so number 4. Okay, but what if they grew up for real? So that's where I was coming back to you. Where you go, Sheba? All right, maybe you'll catch up later. But that's what I was trying to say, Sheba. What if they growed up for real? Growth is possible. It's rare, but um, you can doubt like they vibes, but they actions got to speak louder than words. You know what I mean? So it's a what if somebody double back and they be like, you know what? We ain't seen each other in like 5 or 10 years. Now you see him, this dude got a good job, or shorty on top of her square. She done been to school. She got her CNA license. She a traveling CNA. She doing something. You dig what I'm saying with her life? She doing hair. She done leveled up. She got a shop. All of a sudden, you see her making moves, you making moves, and y'all in a different space. Maybe y'all can double back. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't always got to be burn rubber. You can like double back, spin the block, and try to see, okay, what this chemistry gonna look like now? You know what I mean? We dated each other when we was like kind of like immature, but did we grow up? Did we kind of like find each other and try to figure it out and pick up the pieces? Um, Therapy receipts though. You dig what I'm saying? If you feel like you're gonna double back on that situation, not necessarily like they gotta be in therapy. Like, you know what I mean? Like I ain't finna be asking you for no therapy receipts. Did you go see somebody about your mind? No, ain't nobody finna do that. But have you been healing? What kind of steps you've been doing or taking to heal? You know what I mean? It's got to be like that. You had to take some type of steps to heal. Change behavior is the only respected love language. It probably ain't a part of the love language, but change behavior should be a love language because if we love each other, sometimes people got to change. Sometimes a lot of us know that we got to change, and you got to start holding yourself accountable. You got to start looking at yourself in the mirror, be like, I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, man, listen, man, like, and stop. You know what I mean? Trying to, gas yourself up. I'm a firm believer that you should love yourself and you should definitely have confidence in you. If don't nobody else have no confidence in you, but tell me this: if don't nobody else know that they fucking up, you know you fucking up. You know what I mean? Now you might be getting drunk, you might be getting high, and you might be kind of sedated to the point where you kind of think like you cool. But there's some sober times where you looking at your life, you looking at your pockets, like, damn, I spent some money I wasn't even supposed to spend. Like, damn, I just jagged off the light bill. Like, you know that was wrong. You know what I mean? So now what you finna do? You finna lie? You finna go? You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, you gotta grow up. Growth ain't just talk; it's action. You know what I mean? Assess the person's actions too, not just their conversation. What you say, Sheila? I agree. Actions have to show. Now this damn thing was just working. You said actions have to show, and they should, as they should. Let me see if I can keep this thing moving. It won't move, but actions have to show, not just a conversation. Because what'll happen is a person will get used to like giving you like dope conversation, and then I'm trying to post you. All right. What you say, Wayne? You can't hold on to the old memories, feelings, etc., and want a brighter future. I'm just saying, and that's what it is. Um, It's man, Waniac, man, that is so bare truth right there. It's just like even like with you, me, Paper Paul, Marky. I even seen Brother Jay. I seen Brother Jay at the Eddie Griffin thing. And that was my man. You dig what I'm saying? Like me and Brother Jay grew up across the street from each other. Brother Jay was the first person with his driver's permit where my mom used to let us get the car. Let him drive, go around the block, get out the front seat and let me ride. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm saying we grew up as shorties. But now that we grown men, I still got love for him. But you dig what I'm saying? He's got families and stuff like that. And so we don't hang like we used to. You dig what I'm saying? And it's just like me and you. You was the first one that came past the crib and checked on me when I touched down. The very first motherfucker that slid past my mom's house and checked on me, nigga, this and that. Like, man, keep your head up. Don't do that. You put my game back on and stuff in my head and stuff like that. The first one to check on me. And you know how when we was on Seven Deuce, like nigga, I could fall out at y'all crib anytime. We done hustle till the sun come up early mornings. You dig what I'm saying? But now we grown. We can't do that. You dig what I'm saying? We can't let the old us destroy like what's going on now. I see you sometimes and you be posting when you be in a truck. You dig what I'm saying? Bagging up, picking up a load or something. I'm posting cutting hair. Because this is what grown men look like. Grown men look different. We do shift, we move different. Now, back in the days, nigga, we smoke blunts, go to y'all crib and eat up every cereal box on the refrigerator. You dig what I'm saying? And listen to music or play the game like until the sun come up, chasing dope fiends. But we ain't kids no more. And it's got to be the same exact type of energy in a relationship. We might have been puppy loves. You dig what I'm saying? Like we used to hang out and spend the night. You know how people used to hang at each other's crib. Oh man, be at Jada's crib. Let me get the back room. Let me get little Darius' room with like a little chick. Me and her go make a pallet back there. Now we grow up. We different now. We gotta grow up. It ain't the same. It's like, man, did you grow? And then it's gotta be like that with a relationship. Say you with a person and maybe he your baby daddy, maybe it's your baby mama. You dig what I'm saying? And that's where it really kind of hurts because you got kids. So you'll always use kids as an excuse to be like, man, come on in here until you get on your feet. I'm gonna help you get a job and then boom, boom, boom. Then we're gonna put our family back together and it looks good for the kids. But some people just don't grow up. Maybe you move Shorty back in with the kids because she's staying with her cousin, she doing this and that. Women, y'all ain't always got it together. I seen a lot of top notch fellas, that's got their crowns on that them put their chicks inside cribs. I got a buddy right now that went all the way down to Tennessee and picked up his baby mama and his two kids and put them in an apartment. They ain't together, but he U-hauled them down there, went down there, got the U-Haul, moved her back up here, and put his baby mama and his two kids in a crib. And like I'm paying the rent until she get on her feet because I wanted to be around my kids. How real is y'all keep saying it ain't no real niggas around? I know a lot of real dudes. For real, for real. I ain't just playing. Red, what you say? Miss Red's tuning in. What's going down? And but that's true. Facts. I literally don't have the time to be a dope boy. You dig, man, you dig what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna even lie. The devil has tempted me with thoughts because it's like I'm so smarter now. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I'm a late nighter because I got insomnia. And sometimes I just be thinking like, man, I bet you I'd fuck the streets up if I was out there like right now. But I'm like you, I don't got the time for that. I don't got the time for the police to be looking for me. I don't got the time to be answering no questions. Peace is important. I'm protecting my peace at all costs. Like I love riding and don't have to worry about nothing. I don't like that negative anxiety energy all in my life. I love the peace. And that's a part of being grown. You dig what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that. Remember, assess the actions and not just the conversation. Number 5. Let me give you this one. Then I'm gonna show you another video. Number 5 is when is it a no for real? Like when is it a no for real? Like no. Angela, when you go through a situation like that, it's a no for real. Like we ain't doubling back. Like nope, you can't come back after that. You can't take money. You dig what I'm saying? Sleep with my cousin. You know what I mean? Have your little women. I put you in the crib, try to help you get on your feet, and then boom, you ain't doing nothing. Um, just because you say you changed doesn't mean I'm for you. You know what I mean? So even if he was to come back and say, "Listen, sweetheart, I changed. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I did this." Even if he came back and brought that 25 back, be like, "Nah, nigga, I'm good." Yeah, that's it. Never. You can never come back. You dig what I'm saying? You can never bounce back from that. So ain't no double back on that. That's the one that I'm talking about right there. Ain't no refunds on there. And there's a few more that I'm gonna tell you that no, you ain't doing that one. Straight up. For real. We ain't gonna double back because that type of energy, even if he was to come back and pay you the money, that's cool. Thank you. God bless you. But when you see a person's character, you know what I mean? That's when I'm like you, Sheba. Um, I don't have the time or the energy, you know what I mean, to wait it out to see that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people is foul on the inside. You know what I mean? They soul is fucked up. And excuse my language, but I'm just keeping it 100. They soul is messed up. Them is the type of people that's evil, and they wake up and they do dirtball shit. You do dirtbag type of shit to people, and you think it's cool. You think that type of behavior is cool. You got some niggas that I know a nigga that was in the joint. He used to sit on the phone and just play the mind games with chicks and bag them and get money. Now to each and everybody else is cool. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a player. I'm not on that side of the field. So I can't congratulate you on that. Because if you taking money from this chick and she helping you out, just know she got kids. And if her kids is grown, then 9 times out of 10, she probably got some grandkids. And so if she got some grandkids, that's money that she could possibly be doing something cool with them. Grandparents do cool shit with their grandkids because most of our kids are still young and they wilding. They ain't got a lick of sense. So we wind up raising our grandkids or doing cool shit just to show them that any which way it goes, my dude, when we do that, I'm telling you, the reason why I'm so adamant about what I speak and about standing on what I'm standing on is because kids lose. And when they lose, that's the next generation. We setting examples for them, and it's like, you know, and I tell you this, here's the gut punch. It's all fun and games until it happened to your family or it happened to somebody that you love or it happened to you. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers love to kick up dust and they love the bullshit. They love to be on that until it happened to them. You could say, "Oh, nigga, you hating," or, "Oh, shorty, she ain't shit and she ain't okay." Yeah, all of that sound good. He ain't shit, he this and that. But then when it happened to you, okay, my man was treating you like a queen, helping you, paying little bills in your crib, coming around spending time with your kids, and you shitted on him, you doubling back with niggas, or you sleeping with his buddies, or you do some dumb goofy ass shit like that, and you think that's cool, and you go tell your friends, "Girl, he goofy. That nigga just be giving me whatever. I just be playing him." You got chicks out here that be acting and talking stupid like that, but it's all fun and games until that shit happen to you. You dig what I'm saying? Don't nobody like that, man. That shit ain't cool. What you say, Tanisha? Wow. Yeah, that's real though. It is. Wow. It's whoa. What you say, Sheba? Truth be told, all my exes have tried to come back. I do mean all of them. The answer is no. I was about to say something, but it's funny. But then again, it could be the dun da dun. It was like, damn, you must got fired. No, I'm just playing with your chocolate self. Meanwhile, Tanisha says, wow. Waniac says, them type of people that really need to seat on someone's couch and let it all out. For real. You got to. You gotta. But that's the problem. Some of them Waniac is still out here playing. And they think it's fun to be out here playing. Let me read this. I got my little mouse working. I don't want it to go out on me again. Okay. So you had them and you played them. You fumbled. Angela. That's what happened. You know what I mean? He had a good person in his corner, and she beautiful. On top of that, and she grinds. She works hard too. You dig what I'm saying? Because I be speaking to her, and Angela, I kind of like was speaking to you because you was at work at night. You know how your light be green, and I'll be like, I'll say something to you like, "What you doing, working?" And you be like, "Yep, doing pulling all nighters." You can't do that to everybody. I got to thinking like everybody was up that you could speak to them. You can get cussed out for being in people. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, I thought about that because we've been cool for like 2 years. And like I'm telling everybody, I'm keeping it 100. We never ever met, but we always speak. And it's just a cordial respect for each other. But I'm just keeping it real. Dude had you and he played you. He played himself, really, but he fumbled. You dig what I'm saying? What's up, Brandy? What you say? Peace and love. Yep, going. Glad. Thank you for joining us, Brandy Brand. Um, Here's another one. I forgive you, but I didn't forget. I forgive you, but I didn't forget. That's it. That's how it can be. And I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why I forgive you, you got to do that is because when you don't forgive a person, it puts you inside of a prison. It keeps you trapped up. So don't let that miscellaneous behavior, affect your life and stunt your growth in another relationship. And even though it does, though, because like Waniac said, you dig what I'm saying? Now you got trust issues and stuff like that. And it always happened like that because you always, I don't care what nobody say. You dig what I'm saying? If somebody get up close on you and then pow, they still on you. The next motherfucker that get close up on you, you gonna have your guards ready. You gonna have your fist balled up like I wish a mother. You know what I mean? It's just like we creatures of habit. So it's just like, man, if a person play you, now all of a sudden, I gotta put on a force field. I gotta at least be ready. Cause I ain't never finna get hurt like that again. Man, when somebody break your heart or they play you or some shit like that, especially when you do it from your heart, you give somebody something from the heart and you show them love because you genuinely, all right, we chopping it up. We on the phone, like boom, I'm telling you my problems. Most of the time they dry begging or they just sitting up this woe is me. Okay, they telling you their problems. Here you go, Angela. So then boom, you jump in the fire with the nigga. Okay, you outside, you ain't got nowhere to lay your head. It's going down. Here you are. You might make like 25 a week. As many hours as you work. I ain't trying to count your pockets, but I'm just saying we telling the story, right? So listen, boom. You could take 1 week check. Here you go, my dude. Listen, get somewhere to lay your head. Put them kids in there. You dig what I'm saying? Put the kids in there. Get somewhere so they can have somewhere to come. Because sometimes you be thinking like this right here, and this is how I would feel like a person is trying to do me. You want me to feel like a man. You dig what I'm saying? I'm trying to put you in a position where you could feel like a man. I put you in a position to feel like a man. Then boom, walk into your calling. God created you as a king, a prophet, a priest, a provider, a protector, and a leader. Sometimes you just need a boost, my dude. I just gave you that boost. Now get out there and be great. You don't get out there and be great and turn around and bite the hand that feeds you, that loaned you that, and then go sleep with my cousin. That means that you didn't have no good intentions in the first place. So now back to what Waniac is saying. We got trust issues now. Cause now you make me feel like you scheming on me. Now you taking my kindness for granted. Now I got trust issues. Now I'm gonna hit you in the face with a brick or a crowbar. No, I'm playing. No, we don't hit nobody in the face with no brick or no crowbar. But I'm saying it's like it will make you want to get skin off of them. You dig what I'm saying? Like, hold on. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'll crack a 40-ounce bottle and poke your ass in the throat. You dig what I'm saying? Stop doing people like that because that hurts. You took my kindness for weakness, and I did this out of the kindness of my heart. And this is how you get down. It's like, boy, if you was close, I'll try to slap mummy dust off you. You the 360 come from back here with the slap. You want a slap sandwich? No, I'm just playing. The type of people that really, oh, okay. Tanisha said, speak the truth. I'm trying to catch up with y'all. Being away changed you, and I love you for that, little bro. Okay. Thank you. Red. And you said, facts. Tamisha said, yes. Laugh out loud. Sheba says, when it's all said and done, I hope everyone finds their forever person. Sheba is tired and done trying. Good night, y'all. Yep, I can dig that. But so listen, here it is. Um, it hurts when people do you like that. It ain't cool. You know what I mean? It ain't cool at all. It's like then it alters your actions. It alters the way that you feel. It alters the way that you treat people, and then also it alters your character. Here you are being a nice person, you generous and you kind. Now all of a sudden you got to question yourself, like what kind of motives are you on? Closure doesn't mean that the conversation. Closure doesn't have to be a conversation. It can be silence. So sometimes people be trying to jump back into your life. They be trying to say, like, man, we just need to get this conversation so we can get closure. I just want closure. All the time they trying to run game and they trying to get back in there. You dig what I'm saying? Here it is. Sometimes closure, we don't need no conversation to get closure. We can just be silent. You just go that way. I'm finna go that way. You dig what I'm saying? That's when we talking about it's a no for real. And here it is right here. Violence is disrespect and has no return policy. If a person is out there putting their hands on you, little mama, and you get away from that, don't you double back to that. You dig what I'm saying? Don't double back to that because it ain't worth it. Let me show you this other video if we can get. Okay, it ain't going over there. So I still got some more points that we could talk about, even if it don't. But here it is. It's showing the video. Let's go to the video. Okay, my other points. This mouse. I'm gonna hit y'all with my other points then if you don't want to show the video. Okay, so sometimes peace might cost a body. Listen to that again. Sometimes peace might cost a body. But then show the damn video. All right, we get into another video. I'm gonna skip this one because we already heard that. We talked enough about that. All right, let me see. I'm gonna show this one real quick.
Yo, if you're thinking of doubling back, ask yourself this question. And for those who don't know, double back is when you go back to an ex or somebody that you used to rock with. Can you forgive whatever happened to make y'all not be together the first time? Did they cheat? Are you really going to let it go or forget it and forgive? Because you have to do both. You can't forgive but not forget because it will eat you up for the rest of the time that you guys are together and you will never be able to be happy. And maybe you don't have to do that right now. Maybe you think that you've become the person that's so good in your life now to where over time you're going to forget all that stuff because all the things that they provide for you now. But remember, whatever it was, if you cannot forget it and forgive, it's not going to end well, just the same way it did before.
I am queen of you can't double back over here. I'm queen of no second chances. But as God is working in me and renewing my spirit, I'm learning that there's nothing wrong with giving somebody a second chance. We all grow, we all learn, we all change, we all evolve, we all become better. Some become worse. The importance, as the young lady said, look at their fruits. Look at what they're producing now. Homeboy, homegirl wants to come back into your life. You want to give them a second chance to date you. They want to give you a second chance. Y'all want to try it again. Are they better than who they were when y'all didn't work out? Are they that godly woman and godly man now? Are they what you need? Or are you just familiar with that spirit? So important.
Very beautiful. That was dope. And so, I feel her. I feel her. And that's why I was asking you, Sheba, before you left. Is there a chance to where somebody might change? Like, say, if they saying, okay, I changed with God. I go to church now. I done been through therapy. You dig what I'm saying? And you see them and they grew up. Could you possibly double back? You know what I mean? And I think, like I said, it just depends. With you, Angela, like you said, like, nah, I wouldn't fuck with dude. You know what I mean? After he took that bread and did what he did. But then again, Sheba, if the situations was like, okay, he made some growth or he made some adjustments, maybe he could deserve another chance. I don't know. But, you know, ladies say it all the time though. They big thing is like, I don't double back, I don't spin the block. You know what I mean? And so it just kind of, I wanted to see what y'all thought. Like, is there a possibility where there's a time where you could double back or you could spin the block? Or definitely there's also some times where no, you don't do it. Manshika, what you say? You says, but even though people hurt you, sometimes when you are mad at yourself for feeling like a fool, you have to forgive yourself some compassion because you can't allow hurt people to stop you from being your best self. Okay, yep, that's what I was just saying. I don't know if you just like tapped in like right now, but that's one of the biggest things about the situation is because Waniac was saying it'll cause hurt issues, it'll cause trust issues, and it did to me. You dig what I'm saying? It did. um you know because there was some really good things that I missed about this one relationship, and I loved it. You dig what I'm saying? And it's all who I am, and I gotta admit, like when me and this person clicked, man, we did some beautiful things, and we got history, we got years together. It wasn't just like no, miscellaneous relationship. We was together. You dig what I'm saying? And so when the situation or the opportunity arose to double back, I'm like, Waniac, I had the trust issues. and they was fucking me up. And it was like, nah, because it was just like, I know I did some things to hurt Shorty, but then Shorty did some things that hurt me and kind of like put me like in a space where I was just like, nah, I don't think I want to double back on this one. You know what I mean? But here you go. You got this situation where, okay, what if somebody's going to church? But then back to you, Manshika, real quick. Don't let that fuck up your character though. Because when people deliberately like shit on you or like take your blessings for granted, they ain't playing you. Like I was just telling Angela, they burnt a bridge. So keep doing good, do good things to people and keep being you. If that's where your heart is at and you show love and you do good things because your blessings come from heaven. They never come from, you know, they never come from people. So when people is doing what they doing, you doing that from the kindness of your heart. And that's God. That's the God in you saying, show love. And one thing that I learned when I was being discipled, that's what it means to worship God. People, I used to think worshiping God meant to be in church praising and clapping, thank you, Jesus, and waving your hands. No, to worship God is to show love on the earth, to go around and show the character of God to other people, show them love. And then with that being said, Sheba, you have to show grace. You have to show mercy. You have to forgive. You don't have to let him back in, but then you have to forgive. What you say, Andrew? You said, nope, he sleeps with. Hold on. Dude is one of the worst of the worst. You said, nope, he sleeps with prostitutes and is a serious drunk. Well, if you think about that, like right now, life is lifing on him. Life is lifing on him right now. So if he, he's sleeping around with like prostitutes and is a serious drunk, he lost. He out here, and he gonna have to figure that out. My God is good to me, and I put him and his family in my review mirror. Yep, there it is. That's it. And then let God handle it because it'll be back. But yeah, Brandy, that is the. Please do not let anybody spoil your character of being good and treating people good, because what's going to happen when God sends you that person and they reciprocate that? Because believe me, you, just because dude didn't do it, Angela, somebody out there, you fuck around, you're gonna meet you a king, and that energy that you just gave, buddy, keep that same type of energy, and you're gonna find that motherfucker in your knight in shining armor, and he gonna do what he's supposed to be doing. You dig what I'm saying? And it's gonna be love in the air. You dig what I'm saying? Trips and foreign foods and whips and all types of shopping sprees. You know what I mean? Believe me, you. There's a chance for everybody in this world to be happy. I think it's gonna come with some discernment, some knowledge, and some wisdom. Some people ain't growing up and people ain't using good discernment, and some people is just, you know, jagging their life off and just doing whatever they want to do. But I think there's an opportunity for everybody out here to find somebody that love them. Listen, man, it's 8 billion people on the planet. 8 billion people. You mean to tell me you fucked up about one person? Man, I don't care nothing about you not wanting me or you not acting right. Get on out of here so I can get to the person, to the right one. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't never finna be sour about that. Straight up, get your ass out of here. What you say, Wayne? Real talk. That'd be the most hardest thing ever. One say they forgive, but have the hardest time trying to understand and balance how to forget and focus on putting forward. Man, especially with us, like we're like, man, because it's like I was super petty back when I was young. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just telling on myself though. I used to be super petty because I would always throw it up in their face every time we get into an argument. Man, I'll throw this up. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. I think Pisces, like, they fall in love like real hard and stuff like that. They can be some really good people, but then again, they can be mean. All right, so check this out before we go. 5 pointers that everybody need to know. Sometimes peace might cost the body. Your peace might cost the body, and that means killing a person mentally and spiritually in your heart, cutting them off. Don't go physically kill them. So don't do that because that's not what we're saying. Facebook, we're not saying go kill people. Sometimes your peace might cost the body, but the deal is worth it. You dig what I'm saying? Cut them off because it's your peace. Don't confuse missing with needing. I miss you, but motherfucker, I don't need you. I didn't need you because you're not what's best for me. You dig what I'm saying? So don't ever get I miss you with I need you. You dig what I'm saying? Straight up. I miss you. And that can come with good. times that we had, good memories, they come from anything and everywhere. Don't necessarily mean that okay, the whole situation was meant to be. It could be toxic. Growth don't mean reunion. Sometimes it comes with release. Growth doesn't mean reunion. Sometimes it comes with release. So here it is, back to my situation. Both parties in my situation have grew. They have grew up, I think. You know what I mean? At least this person know that I grew up. You know what I mean? And I'm the better version of me. You dig what I'm saying? And then I seen somebody else too that I know that grew up. And I wish I would have had that version of that person. You dig what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that we gotta have a reunion. It just means that we gotta release them old feelings and stuff like that. We just grew up. God bless you, man. You looking good out here. Give them their props, man, and keep it moving. You ain't gotta try to be in a relationship with them. Stop trying to heal in the place that hurt you. That's so real. Stop trying to heal in the place that hurt you. I'm gonna show you this one more video and then we're gonna get out of here. But that's so real, so real. And I really wanted to show you this video, just because I thought that what they said in the message, I don't want anybody to get it misconstrued about doubling back or spinning the block on somebody. Brandy said, "No one should let someone go when they were just there for a season, for a lesson. You may need it within you." Okay, let me see. Now, Brandy said, no one should let someone go when they were just there for a season, for a lesson. You may need it within you. Yeah, sometimes people have to have that discernment too, though, Brandy. You know what I mean? To be able to say, okay, this was a teaching moment. This was a moment, you know what I mean, that raised me. You dig what I'm saying? Because I can actually say that the relationship that I was saying that, we was trying to figure out whether or not we should double back on that. I could say that that relationship did raise me up, that it made me more mature. I crashed from the man that I was being, and I had to go sit down for a minute. But I learned a lot, and now it's just like, man, you really want to be in that relationship, a relationship again, so you can say, okay, I know what it's like to be a man. You know what I mean? I know what not to do now because I did some shit that hurt people's feelings, and then when my feelings got hurt, I didn't like that shit. So niggas gotta really, man, y'all gotta really be mindful of that. So while you out here, man, and you fumbling these good women, or you treat them like they ain't nothing, you dig what I'm saying? Okay, there's coming a time in your life, my dude, where you gonna want to settle down. You dig what I'm saying? And you gonna really care for somebody, and she's gonna shit on you. Cause that's how it happens. She gonna shit on you, and you gonna be mad. And guess what you gonna do? You're gonna try to punch her in the face. You're gonna try to, you know, whoop the dude that she with. She sleeping with other dudes on you. You dig what I'm saying? You just can't control her. You can't contain her. But remember when you was player, and you was out here, and it was your turn, and you was having fun, and you was lit and turned up. Yeah, it's coming back. What you say, Brandy? Know when to let someone go. Sometimes people are just in your life for a season for you to learn a lesson within yourself. Yeah. Okay. That's what you was trying to say. But I get it. I understood what you were saying though, because sometimes it is a season and sometimes it is a lesson. I am going to hopefully show y'all. I don't know. Am I going to show you a video? I can't get my mouse to work. But it makes sense. And so what I was really trying to do, I didn't want any ladies out here to be in a domestic violence relationship because I advocate for domestic violence, and I don't ever want you to be in a domestic violence relationship and think that that's the right way to go. So, and the mouse ain't working. It's all the way on the other page. So whenever you're trying to do something, there we go. Come on, man. All right, y'all. Well, I want to show you this video, ladies, and it was dope. It was this pastor. He said some really cool things. There we go. Here we go. I'm showing it to you.
You better not double back on what you prayed for God to deliver you out of. You've worked too hard and you've come too far to allow a temporary emotion pull you back into a long-term relationship with pain. Woo! Listen, you've come too far. Stay free and keep moving forward. I dare you right now to put it in the comments. Forward. Come on. Forward.
Still K here. Listen, I want to share this with you, okay? Forgiveness is one thing, right? We can certainly forgive people. We can try and work things out. The one thing, though, that we have to be careful of is that just because you forgive people, it doesn't mean that you have to go back to the same printed program of being physically, emotionally, mentally abused. You don't have to go back to that, right? We can forgive them, right? And we can say, hey, we appreciate your apology and things like that. But the one thing that you got to do is that you've got to stand flat-footed and you've got to decree and declare that I am moving forward in God. I'm moving forward in purpose and on purpose. And I'm moving towards what it is that God has for me. And I promise you, my sister, I promise you, my brother, that abuse is not it. Abuse is not it. Go out there and be great. Forgive them, but don't go back to the abuse.
Very true. See, and that was real. And so, ladies, that's the one thing that I do want to say. I want to say, we chop it up, we laugh, we joke. Sometimes some of the conversations get a little bit serious. Some people can, we can poke it, we can have fun. But by no means should you ever double back or try to stay into a relationship when the person is, putting his hands on you, especially in front of your kids, or he verbally abusing you or physically abusing you. You know what I mean? Definitely don't do that. So um, you never know who you might be talking to out here, and you never know how many times how what you say influence somebody. I don't want you to let these little pointers spark some type of interest, and then all of a sudden you feel like, oh man, I might wanna give him a second chance. I might want to double back. You know what I mean? He said he was this, he said he was that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta love people from afar. You know, um, once they show you, who they are, believe them. Real talk. So yo, it's the bare truth. And it is what it is. I'm actually scared to get in a relationship due to all the wrong I did back in my days. Hell, karma just waiting to get back at me. Ain't no sense ducking and dodging it because whatever it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's coming, and I feel you on that, man. I feel you on it, and I think I paid, and I can't really say, how much God is going to go say, yeah, you paid this and that for it, but you know what I mean. I feel like that. I feel like, man, I'm not scared to get in a relationship, but what I am scared of is, I my thing was, man, it's just like when somebody used to do me dirty, I used to do the tit for tat. You know what I mean? You know, no, for real, for real. Wow. Waniac said, wow. I want to post that though, because that is so corny. That is very, very corny. Listen to this. Wow. Dudes still putting their hands on women, shaking my head. You know what I mean? Like, and it was never a time where it was cool. You know what I mean? It was never a time where it was cool. I done had my little bickers and my little fights with some women, so I'm not sitting up here like I'm squeaky clean. But what I am saying is that I have got a control of myself to the point now where ain't nothing in the world gonna make me that mad where I gotta, what I mean, beat up the woman that I claim I love. You supposed to be my baby and I'm punching you out. You dig what I'm saying? Choking you out or something like that. No, we just ain't doing that. But listen, man, I love y'all. Thank y'all for jumping in here, tapping in and watching, man, because it's a real topic. So for all the little slick mouth ladies, like I don't double back. Once it's over with, it's over with. But it just depends on how it went down. I mean, if he grow up and he get himself together, you might want to give him a second chance. I know one thing: when y'all mess up, y'all definitely want a second chance. Listen, I'm gonna holler at y'all next week. We'll come back. I'm waiting to try to get some people on for Sunday or something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure out. Waniac, I'm thinking about doing like a hip hop podcast, man. You might want to jump on this one with me and start reviewing. If y'all ain't heard that new Clips album, man, hip hop is alive, bro. Hip hop is alive. Hip hop is alive, live, live. I'm telling you, it's dope. I've been rocking to that thing. But listen, man, I love y'all. Their truth. I'm out.